We can get rid of that. Oops. There we go. Dang it. I'm just making a giant mess, like, everywhere I go today. Just one of those days. Fuck.
Radiant team ban. Oh. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban.
Okay. Oh, what is my...
Radiant team pick.
There we go. I have to update the text because I'm dumb and didn't do that already. But yeah, we're into a new patch, at least with me. I think we've already seen some games, the brand new patch, but
5 seconds remaining.
either way, game one. Instantly get to see the Dawnbreaker. I was asking that today. If we get to see the Dawnbreaker. I think the hero is broken. Oh, we do have my cam on there. What up? Hold on. I'll just put this down here. We'll start. Oh, God. Oh, I fucked with it when I sat with Tiny. Oh, my God. Okay, hold on. I have to edit, though. I have to edit the cam.
10 seconds remaining.
Whatever. Fuck it. I'll do it later. I'll do it in between the games if I remember. Yeah, Zeri taking his team up against Greg and the Cool Kids, which I think is the another team I haven't casted yet. I don't think. No, I grabbed a Pizza Dog game last week. That's right. Be the second time I've casted Pizza Dog. ET a bit late to this one. I don't know if they want Greg or Gregory. Anyway, it's Liquid Skyward. I'm literally an idiot. I have casted them. Damn, Badger is very sick.
Stands ready.
Rest in peace to Badger. Couldn't co-cast tonight. I think he actually missed the other game too. Yeah, Pizza Dog actually already 2-1. Or unless the standings are outdated, I might have actually already done this. Like accidentally. I just had to change the name. It's perfect. Yeah, 0-2 though for Gregory and the Cool Kids. Since they lost game 2 of the other series that I casted. Why do I have Pizza Dog as 2-1 now? Oh, because I counted the ties. Be 3-1.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
But Sven Dawnbreaker to start. I don't think that's the best duo in lane. At least from what I've seen Dawnbreaker, I think she's best at pause 4. But this could be a pause 5 Dawnbreaker and a pause 4 Sven. And of course we see the Venge coming out too. I'm surprised Vengeful Spirit isn't getting banned anymore. than she is. Just seems like an incredibly strong hero. As soon as you pick up that eggs, your game becomes a lot easier.
10 seconds remaining.
And
5 seconds
Sven,
remaining.
at least in a support role, Sven doesn't seem too strong. But it's not something that isn't doable. Have seen it plenty of times before. If you hear a cat in the background, that is Tiny. I don't think you'll hear her though. She's just dicking around. IO Venge. Excuse me, I actually need to drink. I'm not getting a sore throat like Badger. Badger probably has COVID or something. Who knows? Hopefully not. Somehow spread it through the caster chat. Gotten very very strong.
5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
I think I wonder if Tusk pairs really well with Dawnbreaker actually. Because every single swing would count as an attack. But I don't think it's that great since it's only 3 attacks. You kind of just get the bonus damage and a stun. I think it's bonus damage. I'm pretty sure it's bonus damage. Yeah. But each swipe only does plus 25. And Tusk would give you 95 bonus damage at level 3, but let's say at like level 1, it's only 20. At level 1, this is 25. Be extra 40 damage on top of like, I think it's 60 base damage? Yeah, 57 to 61. So you're almost doing 100 damage a pop there. Plus all the damage that your teammates are doing. So it could be legit if they were to pick it up, but the 2 melee support strat isn't that popular. I don't think that would go over well. Having 2 supports on the map, or at least having to try, or having 2 melee supports on the map, and especially in the lanes too, it's just going to hurt you a lot unless you go for like a ranged cores in Luna, or I think PA you could probably get away with. Medusa we haven't seen too much. Terrorblade. It's another big one. TA. We've seen a little bit of TA. Just a little bit of TA. As a ranged core.
Radiant team pick.
I get the clockwork. I mean, it's a good surprise to see. Hopefully we get like an ET with them because I think they could actually play really well around that. Clockwork just seems especially good this game. I don't think there's a good way for Dawnbreaker to get outside of cogs other than, well, you have to just commit the hammer throw, and then you probably still get pushed back by the cogs on the way out, I would guess. Also, still just good space creator.
Radiant team pick.
Silencer.
Decent against the IO, good against the Venge, but maybe not so much. It doesn't seem great against the Venge here, because if Venge dies and you've already used Silence, it's just going to spawn with the illusion and still be able to stun. That's, of course, after the eggs gets picked up, but it's usually around like 25-30 minutes when that eggs comes out for a decent, or for like an average Venge game, I would say, because it's a first item rush on pause 4. Pause 5, I don't think it's pause 5. It's probably going to be IO, either core or pause 5. And Venge as position 4, I would guess.
Dire team pick.
What's it way?
Pangolier picked up too. I think Squid was just playing this in his pub. Mid Pango? And that's mid Pango for Brightside, right? Where's my notebook? I need to find my notebook. Hold on.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Bloodseeker.
Yeah, that should be a mid Pango for Brightside since he is playing mid for this team.
Seconds remaining.
And this is the first time I'm casting Pista Dog. Why? That's what I was like, other way around. I had it right. Oh, and Badger just chatted it too. It's almost like I don't have a 2-minute delay. One day. I don't know. Kind of like lobby casting a bit better.
Radiant team ban. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team pick.
Lena. Storm Spirit, Void, Lena, Batrider.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds
I guess
remaining.
Storm against Pango would just be a good mid matchup, and same thing for the Void Spirit.
Dire team
Still
pick.
need a decent off. Yep. So it is going to be Core Sven. I think that's the only way you can run this. Maybe either mid Silencer or mid Pango. My guess is Pango.
10 seconds remaining.
My guess is
5
that it's going to
seconds
be Pango.
remaining.
Off lane Sand King, I don't think anyone's questioning that.
Choose your hero.
Morphling is kind of a Sand King counter. I guess you kind of have the Bloodseekers, Pango, Sand King too. It's annoying to play both of those heroes into the Bloodseeker, I think, and same thing with Sven. But Son of God pause 1, going to be playing the Sven. Not too surprising there. Smack playing the Pango, so it is going to be. Wait, it's pause 5 Silencer. Garda is pause 3, so it's an off lane Dawnbreaker with a Smack pause 4 Pango mid Sand King on Brightside. Unless Smack is going to go mid and the roles are just completely switched up. Other side of things, it looks like, yeah, we see the obvious two supports here. Xerscape and Sheepstick. ET playing off lane. Clockwork. Not the biggest fan of offlane Clockwork, because I think most of the time you're just hooking into your death And it's very hard to farm with Clockwork to keep up with the other position 3. It doesn't. It's like you get a strong start by playing offlane Clockwork. You hopefully get early level 6 and you can rotate mid. We'll see if that's what's going to happen this game, but I need to exec my observer script that I forgot to do, and it's probably gonna break. No, we are good.
Prepare for
Yeah, so Smack Tricks going on the top Pango.
The lesson for you.
I mean, they had the flexibility for either this entire time as well. There might be a 10-minute pause at like 10:30. When is that? Oh, in an hour? Okay. What? They were roommates. ET is going to be rolling with the boots at the start. We can talk about bottom lane a little bit.
30 seconds.
GNG not picking up the boots is actually kind of crucial here for ET because he is going to have big advantage when it comes to running down the silencer. The only turn there for GNG is the Arcane Curse. Has the slow on it. Only 9% at level 1 though. And Clockwork having the boots advantage should just still end up with Clockwork being
Play hard.
maybe a slight bit slower, but you can still stay on top with the help of Battery Assault. And Cogs at some point too is just going to wreck the silencer. So it's really just going to be crucial for GNG to stay safe in his positioning. Just make sure that Sonagod doesn't take a brunt of harassment here. ET, of course, being the offlaner too, can't really focus too much on getting kills, so might make it a bit easier for GNG, but we'll see as the levels start to come. Mid lane, it is Brightside Sand King versus Skyward Morphling.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Skyward actually starting out with a Fairy Fire plus a Circlet, has a decent amount of right-click damage after a little bit of morphing. 64 damage compared to just the 55 on Brightside, almost 10 damage boost there. But with Caustic Finale, this might still just be easy harass for Brightside. Early level 6 on Skyward is going to be crucial to win this lane. If Skyward gets level 6 first, OBS takeoff team records. You're right. Damn it. I knew it. See, I just gotta watch my OBS during the draft, I feel like, instead of watching Dota. I do that every time. Even the last game that I casted, I recognized that that's what I should start doing when I just forgot about it. Anyway. We'll send Badger a thank you. Top lane, pretty boring so far, I think. There's a lot of regen here for Pizza Dog, Xeriscape, Io, Bingu, Bloodseeker. No levels yet in the Blood Rage. I think that's been the build for quite a while. Kind of just relying on the Io for the regen in this lane, and you're having to deal with 2 melee heroes. On top of that, a lot of damage on new Xeriscape, though, and it is just that easy for Garda. At least assist. It doesn't get the last hit there. It goes to Smack. But really nice setup. Celestial Hammer is going to hit level 2. It's going to do even more 60 damage as it travels through. Then the burn damage, of course, scales by 10. Bingu taking a lot of damage as well is going to get saved by Xeriscape right now. And I don't think they're going to be able to kill Bingu. It's going to regen up with Xeriscape here and eventually get the kill onto Smack instead. And Garda being alone can't pick this up. Courier running in does not have a salve, but a wand will make this a bit easier. Xeriscape's even brought a salve, so Bingu is going to be pretty happy with that. Got boosted to level 3 here, especially with the kill on Smack really aiding. And it's 1-1. Brightside is doing okay mid lane. He's actually ahead at the start of this game. It's gotten off to a fantastic start. 23-0. And the big thing, too, is he can just rotate to the jungle. He's not even ahead. He's only up by 1. But he can rotate to the jungle. Farm camps super easily. Looks like he's maxing out Burrow, though. Just at the start. XP advantage is going to be huge, and it looks like it's tied. As Skyward still has creeps to get underneath the tower. Did lose a courier in the bot lane, ET finding that. It's actually him committing himself for a courier there instead of staying in the lane. I'm surprised he's not the one farming. And neither is Silencer. What has actually gone down in this bottom lane? Neither of these heroes are getting last hits. They will get a kill on the G&G. This Battery Salt is going to keep the Silencer locked in, but Chief Stick getting incredibly low, was slowed down by the Shadow Word there. Clockwork with 3 CS and... oh boy, Venge has 12. Not particularly great. But I guess it is a bit easier for Cheap Stick to pick these up with Waves of Terror. Especially on the range creep too, but Clockwork has Rocket Flare. I guess ET has always been pause 4 though, hasn't he? Yes, I did lie to you, Filsky, which you would have caught had you co-casted. Nah, I'm kidding. That's Dota 2 for you. I thought it was gonna be offlane Clockwork. I was totally expecting to be runabout there. And the big thing is you're gonna get the eggs faster on the offlane Venge, so it does make a lot more sense. I just have bad takes. This is also why I'm in 5K. I don't even know what I am right now. 4.6, 4.7, somewhere around there.
I will remember you in my...
Critical thinking isn't my strong suit. In Dota, at least. But it's a whole different beast. Little bit of a stack here farmed by Sonagod. It's just the small creeps, though. So not really too big of a deal. Sheepstick gonna find a stun. He doesn't have the cogs yet on ET, so they can't really commit for this. Locking in Sonagod. Actually, a very weird leveling here for ET. Should probably get level 2 in the Battery Salt after this kill on G&G, though. It's just gonna make it easy. Sven's gonna run back to lane, but you don't lose Sven at the very least. Mid lane, I missed a kill. Side's gonna eventually fall. It is level 8 on Skyward that does it. Looks like he got incredibly low. At least after morphing there, and he will be able to get to essentially a full heal with the bottle charges. Xeriscape and Bingu still just chilling top. And this might just become the Skyward show. Really the first big victory condition for Pizza Dog is Skyward just snowballing this game, and he's gotten it. He's rolling. We've started the momentum, and the Skyward just taking over. And that first kill being pretty big. He got a DD picked up too. I don't know if that was a stack. Wasn't exactly looking when he was farming it there, but I think it was a stack. A decent amount. Xeriscape getting kind of low. Missed the stun though on Garda. So it doesn't have a slow. For some reason I thought this ability had a slow, but you do need you kind of need the slow from Celestial Hammer to set up a good Starbreaker. And it'd be interesting to see if Garda goes for the slow or the swipe damage at level 10. I think the swipe damage is legit. Plus 30 swipe damage is almost... it's doubling it at level 1, but obviously it's going to be at level 4, so you're still only getting like 40%, something around there. Seems decent. And the slow is only 15% too, as they found Bingu top. Xeriscape dying kind of just leads to a second kill on Bingu, because Bingu overcommits to the lane. Goes a bit too far, and it's just one swashbuckle of slow from the Celestial Hammer and a Starbreaker. Starbreaker, that's what this is called. Okay. I ain't built for that shit. I'm a gamer. Yeah, that's what I need though. The co-casters don't need to be casters. They just have to be good at Dota 2. Bot lane, there's a stun on ET, is trying to find something. Son of God pretty low, will eventually just drop. GNG should be fine for this. Not with Skyward rotation from the side. Might chase down Son of God too. I think they're just going to pressure him out of the jungle. Make sure he doesn't farm some camps here. Sheepstick, being really aggressive, is rushing the eggs first item. Pretty common to see these days. It's incredibly strong eggs, and still did not see any changes, I think. I think it didn't see any nerfs. It's strange it hasn't, as Garda's going to rotate bottom. Doesn't quite get the stun, but I don't think it matters with a couple. Celestial or Starbreaker. These names are horrible. I can't remember them just because I'm not used to reading them, I guess. We haven't seen the hero too much in Captain's mode, so I haven't had the need to. So the hammer is going to fly through twice, hit ET. A little bit more damage. Saved from Xeriscape for a little bit, but not going to do the job. Xeriscape might fall himself as another Celestial Hammer is up very soon. I think Garda's just going to find this kill with Phase Boots. Gets it. And seeing Skyward here just backs off. Skyward is actually doing a nice job chasing down GNG as well. Morphing into the Dawnbreaker does a lot of work. And just a killing spree for Skyward up to 100 CS. We swap over to net worth and we see, yep, Skyward is on top by over 1,300 gold right now. A great start for the Morphling. Bingu gonna get stunned up. Bottom lane, Epicenter comes out from Brightside. They get a free kill onto Bingu. You look at the rest of Pizza Dog, though. They are struggling outside of that Morphling. Sven doing a good job keeping up, and really the big thing with Sven, too, it doesn't take too long to catch up. Just the built-in farming. They might get a pick, though. Skyward finds him. ET doesn't have hook yet, but is still going to circle around. Xeriscape popping in with the ulti. Did bring Sheepstick as well. A stun from Skyward isn't going to get it done. They don't have the hook, so a catch not quite there yet. Son of God is eventually going to die, though. He just kind of elongates it, and that's all he can do. Xeriscape tried to go for the relocate play. He closed off one side and just still makes that kill possible. Sheepstick getting very low in the mid lane. Brightside leading him with the stun. Garda eventually does not get the kill. It's not enough to swap on his Xeriscape. Keeps Sheepstick alive. We'll go back on to Garda, who got a little bit baited for this, I think. And another hammer is not enough because Xeriscape is tethered to the Venge that entire time. Clean for Sheepstick there to stay alive. Xeriscape doing a brunt of healing there. We'll see how much healing he's done at the end of the game. But a good start for him. Not a great start for Bingu. It's 1 and 2. And actually behind Brightside on the Sand King right now, but that's not too surprising to see. Brightside very far behind the Morphling. Starbreaker, Meteoric Hammer. Is that actually... No, it's Solar Guardian. Bingo again might die here. Does a Solar Guardian in? You can do that on creeps of an allied hero anywhere on the map. I'm not actually sure what happened there. He probably just popped it on himself to go for the heal, and it saved him for now. Morphling does rotate up. Skyward looking to chase. Garda has another Celestial Hammer out very soon. It's not the greatest getaway, but Cogs might just lock him in. The hook there for Garda. And finally, the Clockwork can start to rotate, secure these kills. There gets one for Skyward. Is Brightside going to rotate top? They need to try and look for this Morphling. I think it's a little hard. We see the Epicenter come out. A lot of damage on in the Morph. Is this enough? No, Skyward doesn't die before the stun is over. Can just morph his way out of this. Brightside with the epicenter down, tried to find a pick, couldn't quite do it, but he is putting a little bit of pressure on the Morphling. He's just forcing him back into the jungle. We'll see if Brightside wants to go for a push. It is going to be hard for them to take a fight without the epicenter, but Brightside having Blink at 13 minutes is crucial. So look at the egg status of Sheepstick, about 1,700 gold away. So I'm thinking around 16 minutes we'll see the eggs come out on the bench. And we can basically say goodbye to killing the Venge for a little bit. Doesn't matter if you bring one of them down. It's just so hard to kill the other illusion. But 9-9. It's less than a 1k gold lead. Very close here. Smack Tricks gonna TP into a very precarious position. Couldn't really save the tower. Couldn't go for the deny either, as the tower was surrounded. They reduced the move speed to 12%, right? Because it used to be 18%. Pretty sure. It seems like they need to get rid of either... maybe the XP? I don't know. It still seems incredibly strong. Sheepstick will die. This is before the eggs too, so it counts. I mean, it counts either way, but it's just... Gotta deal with the illusion. 10-9 though. It's a tier 1 tower mid. Eventually gonna fall. Sonagon focusing this down. Does have the ulti if he wants to use it. We'll see Skyward line his own attack up. As Eagle Song up for him. A hook from ET. And silence popped out. Bingu is able to get away from Brightside. The epicenter not quite killing him, but will get finished off by Smack. ET cleans up another. So it's down with 2, not ET. Sonagod cleans up another. Smack thinking about popping the ulti, but I think he's just playing around. Because they don't quite have catch. But they still took the 2 kills. And with Sven ulti up, we'll bring down the tier 1. Solar Guardian also popped there for Garda. It's just a team fighting spree for Gregory and the Cool Kids. Or Skyward, whatever their name is. Again, I think they've swapped it both of these times now. We're just going to say Gregory and the Cool Kids. Need to learn Guardian Angel. It's not Meteoric Hammer, though, is it? Celestial Hammer. Where did you get Meteoric Hammer? Ooh, Brightside drops top lane. I think that might have been a jump from Skyward, maybe. He doesn't have the E-Blade yet. But somehow Brightside was that low. And they get a kill. Hammer in onto Bingu. Does get Shadow Word on top. Smack Trick's going to think about diving, but the Rupture on Garda pushes that back. Mid lane, we see Sonagod getting chased. I don't know if they could find this. Yes. It's just the cast range from Sheepstick. Just enough. About 400 gold away now from the eggs, thanks to that kill. 300 gold to the Venge. And still a slight lead for Pizza Dog. We haven't really seen Skyward take that big of an advantage. I think the map control is basically tied at this point as Sheepstick still without the eggs. It's going to die the first time here unless Xeriscape can do a little bit more healing. I think they're going to be able to bring her down. The roll's coming through. We'll eventually get one more hit, gets it, but I think Garda is going to pay the price. Smack Tricks as well, caught in the middle of a couple of heroes, but Morphling doesn't want to fight this anymore. Skyward's backed away, and now they're going to find ET. Brightside blinking in, goes for the epicenter, wants to get the pause 4, and will be rewarded with the clockwork kill. Sonan God walking into Roche. He has God Strength if they want to try and take Roche. Looks like that was just a bit of a fake, maybe. $15 to $12. Couple of fights later, and we're basically at the same scenario. No map control. coming from that. Honestly, if we want to talk map control too, it's Pizza Dog's wards that are really contributing. We'll find one of them here, but still one covering the mid lane and the high ground in their jungle. But the fact that they had the triangle smoked up, triangle warded up for that long, and now they've smoked up. Looking to get a jump. It might be on the Bingu. He's had a rough start. He's working on a BKB. If they can slow that down, it might just open up some sort of high ground push, or maybe Roshan. By high ground, they got to take a tier 2 before that. Celestial Hammer going to be used on his own. A little bit of his own medicine there from Garda. Just a lot of combos for Skyward if he morphs into the Dawnbreakers. They find Bingu, a stun from Smacktrix as well to follow this one up. Does he even need to use it? Yes, he will. Swap not going to quite save Bingu, but Sheep Sticked with the eggs doesn't really care too much. Just pop these. If you fall, and you just come back. It refreshes the abilities too, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if they got... It's directly hurting the cat. Is that shit posting? I thought you were just naming the abilities for me. I was appreciative. Brightside did get Boots of Travel picked up working on a BKB. Doesn't really seem like they have a lot of damage on Skyward right now. It's basically just Epicenter, and if Sven can get on top of somebody. He's got the blink though now. So if they want to look for a fight after God Strength is back off cooldown, they can probably get Roshan, maybe a tier 2. I think they're in a good position to do that. As we don't see Pizza Dog making a move towards Roshan. Instead, we get a smoke with Smacktrix leading the way. Rocket is going to fly over them, so they think it's clear. They're trying to find Skyward, but he's not going to walk back up. Completely out of mana. Xeriscape TPing in. Be able to fill a bottle. Get that back to Skyward. And with a DD bot lane, now maybe the advantage is with Pizza Dog. They're going to find a DD. You got the Venge. A lot of minus armor. Skyward is really going to hurt. We might see Xeriscape calling for a smoke here. Potentially ET. He does have it in his backpack. But he is just going to walk up the high ground. Not really find much. So we've kind of just swapped the map now. We rotate a lot of Pizza Dog heroes in Radiant Jungle. And it's Brightside and Sonagod playing top lane in the Dire Jungle. And they're a little bit more split up. But knocking on the door of a tier 2 is Pizza Dog. Bottom looks to be the main target. We did see Brightside maybe hit top tier 2 once or twice, but is going to rotate bottom. They find Brightside, and a stun from Skyward. It's going to work out very nicely. Coming in, his Garda gets the 2-man. When the BKB comes out for Skyward, it turns the fight around. They lose Xeriscape, but I think they can get Brightside. Running in as Sonagod hits. Oh, he's dodged the stun on Skyward with the morph for the waveform. Stunning back in as the Sand King. Skyward is getting it done. Double kill. Easy game for Morphling. Might even find the kill on the GGNG as well. Get the triple. Skyward cleans them up with the help of his team. Good voice crack there. Sheepstick doesn't even have to die. They might even be able to go high ground here. They used up the DD. But still, I think they have enough damage to take this. They will be respected by Skyward. So they pop out the fort quite early, 22 minutes, and it's a high ground push from Pizza Dog, starting to look very good, but it's only a 3k gold lead. Sheepstick may be looking for a swap on a smack trick. And still no Roshan, because I think that they basically just need Sheepstick for it. Tier 2, the first tier 2 is probably a bigger objective than Roshan. Regen Rune pop from Skyward. Gets cancelled by Roshan, I believe, but he's basically already got his mana back. I guess going to be on the deck, and I don't think there's a counterplay from Brightside. Be the main candidate. Smacktrix is in the area. I don't know if he knows it's going on. And you basically just need Sheepstick and Skyward over here. I mean, Xeriscape's a little overkill, but he's got 2 fluffy hats. For a hero that doesn't have a head, I guess it would fit around the ball that is with. The hook missing from ET, but they might still be able to find this kill. Gets him inside the cogs. Yeah, it doesn't even matter. Cog's not even used. It's just too much to handle Skyward with the shotgun combo. And couldn't BKB in time. Mid lane, meanwhile, they lose Sheepstick once, but that's just the first time Skyward with a nice Ravage as the Sand King swapped into Brightside. Smacktrix somehow lives. They haven't found a kill from this yet, but it will lead to them bringing down Garda. They look for GNG. Rupture, fake twice from Bingu, and will eventually run back towards Smacktrix. Sheepstick, this entire time, is just killing off Smacktrix along with Xeriscape. They get the kill eventually with the help of the Rupture from Bingu. Yeah, now it's starting to look like very secure game for Pizza Dog. They have the Aegis on Skyward. And they're about to go high ground. No Fortify for Skyward available. And I'd say Skyward, but I mean Gregory and the Cool Kids. It's the same name. Also, I think that this is... Wait, am I just saying this completely wrong? Yes, I am. I mean Gregory and the Cool Kids. No Fortify available for Gregory and the Cool Kids.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Rolling up to another DD as well. Actually, Son of God finds it.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Good ward there is going to help them take that away from the Morphling as they get another tier 2 off the board. And only 2 towers off the board for Gregory and the Cool Kids. They look for GNG. Tries to dodge the E-Blade with a smoke, but it's not going to work. He was already within the range, popping the smoke immediately. Hook from ET is going to miss bottom, but Xeriscape coming with the ulti. The Uber's going to go up, and Garda couldn't quite save himself with the hammer there. Tried to get up, but I think he actually got stuck. I'm not sure what the interaction was there, but Garda eventually going to die. Skyward is just popping off this game. It really is just the Skyward snowball.
Welcome aboard Tiny Airlines. Do not fasten your seatbelts.
I did not realize there was a voice line. Incredible. But they've built a nice 9k gold lead for Pizza Dog. Glyph is back up for Gregory and the Cool Kids. With an 7-second BKB from Skyward. I guess he did use it that second time. We have a 9-second BKB for Bingu available. Rupture most likely going to be targeted on Smacktrix. Sheepstick leading the way too. Just wants to be on the high ground. Look for a swap on a GNG. Can't quite find it though. Would have been a prime target there. Get rid of that silence right at the start of the fight. Smacktrix trying to get a couple procs. Can't get rid of that E-Blade. Almost does half his HP. Just one strike from Skyward. So they have to give up the bottom barracks. Son of God nowhere to be seen. Now seen in the top lane. Tier 2 being focused. ET is rotated up. Going to look for Son of God, but I don't think he's going to find it. A nice 2-man stuff from Brightside. They find it. A lot of damage, but can they get the kill? Xeriscape is eventually going to fall, and that's half the work done. But Sheepstick dead once. There is an Aegis on the Morphling. They get Bingu as well. Sheepsticks is very low on the illusion. Skyward coming back in. He's already used the VKB, but with Ethereal Blade up very soon, might be able to turn this. Stuns up Brightside. Gets locked down by the Sand King immediately. Skyward saves himself for now with the E-Blade. Do they have a stun? No, they don't. They used all of them just a bit too early. It's really... he had the Starbreaker, but the stun just takes forever. And Stormhammer was still on cooldown. Skyward gets out. And that might just be game saving, really. You lose Morphling there, and it's such a big swing for Gregory and the Cool Kids, but with Skyward surviving, they still have a 9k gold lead. He's still on the top of the net worth with 20k gold, leading Sven by 6,000. ET could not find Sonagod, it looks like. I was wondering where that would go. He tried to find him pushing the top tier 2 as he TP'd out right at the start of the fight. Might have hurt them just a bit. A smoke going to come through mid lane. They see Bingu. They're going to see Xeriscape as well, and I think Xeriscape very dead. There's no way the IO gets out of this. A TP coming fast from the bench. Xeriscape's still alive. He does get out of it. He's tanky enough. The silence gets returned. GNG couldn't keep it going a bit longer. It's really just the right clicks is all Skyward needed. He's able to purge off the silence with the BKB. And Sonagod getting chased down with the BKB himself, not going to save him from the rupture, and the right clicks from Skyward. They're going to get Brightside as well. No. ET was a bit off with that hook. They couldn't see him running up the high ground. And they're still thinking he went towards the base, but Brightside making a nice little juke there. He's run out to the lane, but unfortunately, his base is in shambles. It's a tier 3 going to fall in the mid lane. They can't get megas because of that tier 2 top lane, but it might just be the game for Skyward. He's on to the tier 4s. They have buybacks on Sven and Dawnbreaker. Of course, Dawnbreaker doesn't need to use the buyback. Garda just going to come back into this. Xeriscape trying to end the game. Ulti's in. They look for a stun. Brightside going with the epicenter, but he couldn't get the blink off or couldn't find a stun target. Xeriscape eventually gets focused. A nice 2-man stun from Sonagod brings down Sheepstick once. Bingu is still backing away. A 3-man hook into Cox. Maybe on the 4. He locks in 2 with the Cox. Brightside as well has to pop BKB to stay alive, but they lose Sonagod with the help from ET. Out goes the rupture on the smack, and there's the GG. Sheepstick even doing a little finishing move on the smack there. They get the full team wipe at the end of the game. It's a 20k net worth lead. And that is it. Skyward pops off. Really takes control of the game. In between games, are we doing a 10? Hold on.
Each morning brings a great day to fight.
He's got a 2-bed apartment for 1,100. Damn, Xeriscape, that's a freaking bargain. I guess it depends on where he lives, but it's a bargain for where I'm at. Oh, so we're splitting 3,900 around 3 ways instead of 4. Stop typing. So he kind of just flaked twice. Wait, Xeriscape's on the west coast? Okay. Whew. Sheesh. Alright, I begin. Why did it send this twice? What the fuck? Oh shit, I used to cast with Sev. Holy shit. I was like, I didn't realize Sev played in CDL. Damn, that was like a long ass time ago now. Oh, did Ka... I forgot to post this. Thank you, Bulljax. And I think Con Mojo is casting again. Yeah, NPC versus rejects. Because that's the... Is that the, match that Badger could make? Dog owners. Oh, Menaces to Sobriety at 9 p.m. Yeah, so I don't think anybody's casting that. Damn. We do miss that. That sucks. I don't think anyone's casting it anyway. I could probably watch it. When does TI actually start? I'm just blown away. Weekend of Lads is still higher. No proper carry versus rejects. Oh, I need to turn on open mic too. I need to. I could probably find a setting for just doing this inside my observer.cfg. There we go. I should get kicked into this game as soon as it starts. So we'll just watch this game for now. I think this is game 1 still of Menaces to Sobriety versus Dog Owners. And Dog Owners are on Dire, Mayator, Undying, Gradient Ascent on Oracle. I think that's a stand-in or something. Potato, Tiny, Aaron, Batrider, Staples, Pango. And it looks like Menaces to Sobriety, Bray, Leshrac, Bloom on the Bloodseeker. Popular this patch. Forlingas on the Legion, Shello, Dawnbreaker, and sorry, Clockwork. It's kind of a weird Bloodseeker game. This might be a core Bloodseeker though, as Aaron's gonna pop BKB. Look for a lasso onto the Lesh. They get him instantly with the Aegis gone. This is a great start to the fight for Dog Owners. They're gonna get Bloom. No, with the Skippy. He can just TP out. They can't cancel it. Outgoing for the TP is Cello. They can't cancel that one. We just need one more from Orlingas. And I think he doesn't even need to worry, really. This looks like most dog owners have shifted their focus onto the top tier 1. But a great fight for dog owners, as we've kind of just evened this up. Game 1. Potato getting strong with the duel onto Shane mid. He can't get the kill, though, because of the disarm from Staples, saving Shane. And with the TP out, I think Borlingas is going to be okay. You can't cancel the jump, of course. That's eggs on Shello right at the start, keeping your Lingas alive. They get the kill on the Pango. Didn't get the duel win, but it doesn't matter. So they still clean up too. Potato dropping. They don't have Lasso quite yet. 50 seconds still on cooldown. Orlingas with the duel on cooldown for 20 might want to extend this fight a little bit further and get another pick. Sorry, blinking forward has a hook in 20. Looks for Aaron, but can't quite get a 4-staff cogs. Is about his best initiation there. This lead to a 2k gold lead for Menace to Sobriety. Bray gonna move up to the tier 3. It's a Lesh, so he's got a lot of damage for this. I don't know what position this started the game in, unfortunately. If I had to guess, it looks like offlane, especially based on where he's at on the network chart. Is this like Core Legion or something? Oh, we're gonna get a pause. I thought lobby games paused as soon as somebody DC'd. Boom is getting a bang. Bangs are so bad. Oh my god. It's definitely the worst. Like energy drink. And it looks like NPC versus Rejects is in game 2. We can't have like 3 games paused at once, right? I'm cast in 2 games. Screw it. Here, I can type in this poggers. I don't even know if that works, actually. It doesn't actually show for me. Weird. Okay, I need to actually read what the eggs on this does. Channeling time reduced to 1 second and total duration increased to 6 seconds causes allies in the destination area to have 60% evasion while Dawnbreaker is airborne. Solar Guardian can be cast again after takeoff to land early. So you could use it to stun instantly, and what's the stun? Almost 2 seconds. It's not a great stun, but the damage is nice too, I guess. 190. I kind of wish the heal per pulse was a bit better. But Cello actually rushing the eggs here, so really prioritizing it. We are 30 minutes in this game, so I'm guessing this is a pause 4 or pause 5. Clockwork pause 5, I guess? Could be either way. Oh goddamn, Conman Mojo has replays. Dude, I don't have this technology. How the fuck? Alright, I need to step my game up, I guess. I used to pride myself on being the most low budget League of Legends cast, but I mean, all these other people are doing this stuff for free too. So technically, I don't even own that. I think people just use like Twitch Studio or whatever it is. I need to just like set aside a time to go improve. I still need an emote too. I want to try and use my cat's Discord emote, but maybe I'll find something that I can use. I'll put like Big Yoshi or something. Aaron gonna get cogsed up. Not really gonna matter if you're a Bat Rider. Instead, Sorry's gonna be sorry for that one. He's gonna be sorry for this. Damn it! That would have been a better delivery. Oh yeah, I should follow. Rupture there on the Bat Rider just to lock him in. They get a dual win too. Yorling goes up to 180. Aaron's eventually gonna fall. There's a save here from Shane. Going for the TP away after the BKB gets it. Aaron's gonna be okay. Shane, probably not. Died to a couple of right clicks. Shane does get away for now. As Skari's gonna look for him. Popped his buyback for it. Might try and find something. Mayador eventually gonna fall. The Undying. Very tanky. Gonna stay alive. Potato with the save. Tosses him back in. They're gonna get a 2 kills. On top of this, Potato has to back away. I think it was worth it. He's still gonna die. As Braybray ran in at the very end, and Aaron now has Lasso looking for it. Doesn't quite get it before the Yules comes out from Braybray. They just need a little bit more lockdown for the Bat Rider to get the kill. Duel in 2 seconds, has the blink very soon, gets the duel off. Down goes Aaron as the rocket flare almost finishes off the Bat Rider, but the last hit goes to Yorlings, and he's up to 210 damage. You know what I'm also going to do while I wait here? I'm going to go update the record book. CDIO. Python. Oops. What?
Dyer's bottom barracks have fallen. Dyer's bottom barracks have fallen.
Oops. I don't know what's happening.
Dyer's middle tower has fallen.
Why
Dyer's middle
is this not
barracks
running?
are under attack.
Hold on. While I update this, we're still waiting.
Dyer's middle barracks have fallen.
Yeah, we're still waiting.
Bloods are run out. For the twins.
Okay. Record book is getting updated. Again, if you guys see issues with the record book, please DM me so I can actually make a list. What? Someone tell this karate guy to sit. Really, I should just make a GitHub page. Actually, you know what I'm gonna fucking do?
Fire team, ban team, ban.
Oh, but my GitHub has, whatever. just DM me. DM me if there's issues with the record book. I know there's a couple things that are like weird about it. I'm missing a couple games that need to get added.
Radiant team, ban.
I basically need to rewrite the whole script though. I think I have a couple changes.
Dire team, pick. Radiant team, pick.
Face the light.
Dawnbreaker again. We've seen it in a lot of games tonight. I'm not even sure if it's in the other series, in the Rejects game. Rejects are playing well.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I think they 2-0'd that actually.
Team, pick.
Rejects versus No Teddy is Apazeus. And I think that's actually just starting.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
We'll go play on Apazeus' stream too. He starts at 8:30 though. That should have already started. Earth Spirit Silencer. That's a lot of silencing on Liquid Net Skyward. Kind of redundant, to be honest. I should go back to getting cast channel.
Ten seconds remaining.
What?
5 seconds remaining.
Quit that Skyward.
Dire team ban.
Considering all 5 of Radiant team
Radiant team
regularly
ban.
showers, they should start up a game. Thoughts? Yes? No? I'm not sure.
Remaining.
Potentially?
5 seconds remaining.
What? How do those two things correlate?
Dire team ban.
Kind of what I'm confused on. Yeah, there we go. I need to get a emote like Snow. I don't know if Snow handcrafted his What?
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Okay, the record book is not updated. This is weird. It should be, but it's not.
Ten seconds remaining.
Yeah, I need to rewrite this. I don't know.
5 seconds remaining.
Should be. What did I do? Did I break it? No. I think it's just being lame.
Dire team pick.
Admiral Tonka.
Oh god, I broke this. What the fuck happened? Python. Okay, now it should work.
Ten seconds remaining.
Nope.
5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
I'm like totally missing this draft because I'm also trying to update. What the fuck?
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
No, this is definitely right. It's just bugged.
Radiant team pick.
Oh. Okay, now it's working. Now I'm updating the record book. I was just being dumb.
10 seconds remaining.
And it's weird. There's still
5
some games
seconds
on. There's only been
remaining.
31 matches played so far in this. At least on this ticket. Oh, I need filters. That's right. Okay. I'm paying attention now. The record book is updated. I
Dire
promise.
team down.
It's actually, as I speak, getting updated. I have to delete some links. There we go. Let me get rid of that.
10 seconds remaining. Ban.
Okay.
Dire team ban.
So we have Kunkka Slarker or Spirit
Radiant
Silencer.
team ban.
Morphling is banned out because Skyward kind of just popped off that game. And I think that's in response to that. Alchemist is a little strange to see in the first phase. Gyro as well, Nyx Assassin, Shadow Demon. Two popular supports. Dawnbreaker, first pick, of course, kind of touched on that.
10
Spirit,
seconds
Phantom Lancer,
remaining.
Vengeful, Marana.
5 seconds
Vengeful, just too classic.
remaining.
Sheepstick, I think, is really. Has Sheepstick only played Vengeful? It's just so strong right now. It's like if it's not getting banned, you might as well pick it. It's such an easy game to play.
Dire team pick.
You don't really have to be afraid of anything.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Void incarnate.
Do you see a Void Spirit get picked up? Last by Pizza Dog. It's another hero that Skyward can kind of pop off with too. Not as big. I think it's not as big of a snowball as the Morphling is, but it still makes a lot of sense.
Choose your hero.
And then a Darkseer last pick for Garda. Just leaves us down to really. I'm kind of curious to see what heroes haven't been picked so far in League of Lads. I wonder if that's on the Dota buff page for the league though. My voice should be hearable in game now. I did leave that on. League of Lads. Where is League of Lads Season 8? There it is. Heroes, picks and bans. We still haven't seen Bounty Hunter, which is a little surprising. Centaur, Enigma, Enchantress, Sniper, Techies, Chaos Knight, Chen, Lone Druid, Ogre, Warlock, Treant, Weaver, Zeus, Shadow Shaman, Shadow Fiend, Dazzle, Drow Ranger this season. Sven being the most contested hero right now. And I think the most picked is, yeah, it's literally just Venge. It's going to be Venge every single time. At least for this season. 85% win rate so far in Lads with Vengeful. And she's got 14 matches. That is just ridiculous. Night Stalker with 10 matches, and he's got a 60% win rate.
Prepare for battle.
Do you see Brightside going mid on the Kunkka? Smack as well top lane for now on the Earth Spirit. We might see a couple of rotations from him throughout the game. Let's wait a little bit for the lanes to get started here. Bingu going up against the Kunkka. Do have a melee on melee mid lane here. Might make it a little bit easier. People should be rewarded for their good behavior. Yes, true. Yeah, I have no idea what Skyward was trying to do. They forgot to mark the win. Pizza Dog won game 1. I also am doing this before Badger yells at me. These are flipped around. 0, 1. That looks good. Okay. Game 2 we go. G&G probably going to give this one up. There's too many heroes here for him to deal with. He's completely alone. So we get a 2-2 bounty rune start. No real action. On we go. Son of God. Sitting bottom for now. Has to hide behind his tier 1. ET gonna rotate around on the high ground. I think G&G might be able to spot this ward if he knows Mirana was over here, but I don't think Mirana was in vision. Probably just in the fog there for G&D. Does not see the hero, but mid lane Kunkka versus Void Spirit. Seems slightly Kunkka favored, at least at the start. Both have spammable damage spells, but Brightside, of course, doesn't have to spend mana for one of his in the Tidebringer. So a lot of regen, mana regen at least he doesn't have to buy, and A lot of harass he can, of course, output onto Bingu. Now, as this goes on, it might be better for Bingu, but I think Kunkka wins this matchup in most cases. That would be my guess. I'm not the mid laner. I always want to add that at the end of my opinions in case people disagree, because you're probably right. Arrow bottom lane connects onto GNG. Sheepstick's going to be able to find this with the level 1 Celestial Hammer. Gets the kill. Good pickup for Sheepstick. Loses a courier, but I don't think she cares because Sonagod might just die next. It's 9 seconds until the next Celestial Hammer. They can't quite dive for it. There is a couple of tangos on the Slark. And I think, hopefully for Sonagod's sake, there is a salve coming out from GNG. Yes, he has about a second, but they get the kill. ET might have just been the setup from Sheepstick, but they do bring down Sonagod. A little bit too close there, and all the tips thrown out on the ET. It is wholesome tips. I'm sorry, ET, I missed your arrow. Didn't think it would happen so fast. I was looking back at where the silencer was. Top lane, we haven't covered any though. Still no action in this lane. Everything coming bottom lane. Garda on the Darkseer. Smack Tricks on the Earth Spirit. Xeriscape on the Venge. This game they swapped it up. It's the Pause 5 Venge. Skyward playing on the PL. So Xeriscape at least gets a couple different heroes in this series. Sheepstick as well. CT going to take a bit. Pause 3. Dawnbreaker comes out. Stolen away from Gregory and the Cool Kids as they roll in top lane, stunning up Skyward, but they don't have the damage clearly. It's just a bit of harass out onto Skyward. They want to keep up the damage with the Ion Shell. Smack Tricks trying to run him down. Will tank the tower here. There isn't a stun from Xeriscape. Could have been close. Does get away. Spot lane Sonagod taking a lot of harass from the Dawnbreaker. Really able to push out the damage. Bingu mid lane thinking about fighting with Brightside. Gets the X into a torrent. Brightside stunning him up. A lot of damage negated there by the shield. Bingu eventually gets away. Not going to die for this one. But top lane, they bring down Skyward. The harass earlier works out. They get a level 2 Ion Shell. Both of them running it down. There's not a lot of ways to survive. Garda contributing quite a bit there. Xeriscape going to look to get a little damage on the Garda, but I think he's just going to cut the wave here. Maybe he can go for a couple denies. But Xeriscape has to be kind of careful now. Don't want to tank the double Ion Shell like his core. Lane Brightside again, getting a lot of damage into Bingu, but not going to be able to bring him down. And bot lane Arrow missing. They get a lot of damage into GG and GG and G. G and G. Bring down the silencer. Arrow did not connect, but it didn't matter. Xeriscape brought down top lane by the Ion Shell. I have got all of these somehow. There's been a lot of kills. Other than that one kill on Sonagod that I missed. I'm 4 for 5 right now. Or 5 for 6. It's looking good. Get a rotation mid lane from Smack, but he isn't going to go for the roll kill. Brightside, we really see taking an advantage here. 25 CS to the 19 of Bingu, and deny is kind of negligible as of right now. About a full wave denied for Bingu, and 1 deny for Brightside, so not too much. But Brightside's also been farming the neutral creep camp to the side of the lane a little bit more than Bingu, I think. So he just gone for a couple stacks instead. There's a bit of damage through Dissimulate, but maxing Resonant Pulse instead. Bottom lane, looks like some more damage on his Sonagod. He actually hits the leap onto the Mirana, not going to get the kill though, as ET looks for an arrow, doesn't throw it. There was a creep in front of him. 4-2, Smack Tricks rolling in, misses the roll. They can't quite get on top. I miss a kill onto Sonagod again. I am so sorry, ET. You've done it twice now, and I've done it twice now. GG&G eventually going to fall. An early urn picked up for ET. Sheepstick gets the arcane boots out. And I think it's going to be phase boots as well, I would assume. I think it's going to be phase boots for Sheepsticks. Because you disassemble them arcane boots. Go for whatchamacallit, Holy Locket. Get a couple of rotations bot lane. There's a TP in from the Earth Spirit. Smack gonna look for a roll. Maybe try and find a kill in this bot lane, but doesn't see an opening. Backs out. Looks for a couple stacks. He brought an Ion Shell with him, but it doesn't look like they'll be able to use it. And it's hard for them to go on the ET as well without landing a leap. Have to be right on top of it with Sonagod. Sonagod was kind of pressuring ET a little bit there, so he's playing it safe. Sheepstick backing off to the fountain. I think Sheepstick with the level 6 very soon. Didn't quite get it before she rotated back to the fountain, unfortunately, because then she could just be right back in the lane, maybe look for a fight. But we'll just pop the TP instead, especially since she's going to have level 6 now. So no big deal with the TP being on cooldown. Nice arrow bottom lane from ET into Sonagod, but it can't lead to a kill quite yet as Sheepstick and Bingu are rotating down. 2 charges in the ulti from Bingu. They look for Sonagod. He's popped the Q very early, leaps into the trees, and I think he can be hunted down by Bingu, but the silence locks him and Bingu. Can't go too far. Sheepstick as well. Misses on this stun. Sonagod's going to be fine. Now you have to be careful on your way out from Pizza Dog. Sheepstick trying to dodge the stones here. Bingu still has 1 charge left. Brightside rotating down. He's only got the X. Sheepstick makes a nice little play to get up to the high ground. I think that's going to save the Dawnbreaker. And Brightside's just going to run back mid. Meanwhile, top lane, Garda is getting a lot of damage into Skyward. So low, Garda has a surge to get out. Looking for the stun from Xeriscape. Gets it off. Skyward needs a little bit more right-click damage onto Garda. Goes for the TP away. Is this enough? Yes, it is. Just barely surviving there on the Darkseer. And again, they look bottom lane. Smack tricked. ET arrow very soon. I think it's actually on cooldown, but they still find the kill. ET getting it with the Starstorm. It's outside of the tower range, and ET is just looking for another target. They're going to get Sonagod as well. I think they need 1 more charge in the Void Spirit, which is up in 5 seconds. Sonagod putting 1 hit into the courier, exposes himself, and will drop to right clicks, I think. No, the Aether Remnant missing. Sheepstick has Celestial Hammer. That would have killed him anyway. 2 options, G and G, most likely going to fall. The arrow connects from ET. The early earn is paying off on the Mirana, and suddenly it's 9-2 in favor of Pizza Dog. They've just come out of nowhere, rumbling and pummeling across the map. They've found all of these kills in such great timing, as there goes Sheepstick right into the fight. Mid lane gets the stun on the Smack. They won't find Brightside because of an Invis rune, but still brilliant there from Sheepstick to turn around that fight. And now maybe can look bot lane. Sonagod rotating to the jungle. If they could get a stun from Xeriscape or something. The Dark Pact is already popped. Xeriscape gets a vision. They just want to pressure him out of the jungle here. They don't want to push too much to get the stun out onto Sonagod, but he's got level 6. He's got the Shadow Dance. Escape if need be. This top lane Skyward is trying to make do 1v1 against this Darkseer, but it's just so hard for Appeal to keep the lane pushed out. Bingu is going to rotate top lane, maybe look for a kill on Nagarda. So he gets a couple wards in very aggressive places for Pizza Dog. 1 in the triangle, and 1 behind the tier 1 tower bot lane. Jumping in, Bingu can't quite find Smack. Tier 1 still going to be found for Pizza Dog, though. They get something with all the kills they found early on. A lot of rotations to the bot lane wins them the lane, but another upside is PL on top of the net worth right now. Despite laning against the Darkseer can be very difficult in some games, but he has gotten away with it. In this one, we reach the 10-minute mark with Pizza Dog at a 3k advantage. They might try and turn that into another tower too as they look for Smack. They get the Aether Remnant. Xeriscape can lead in with the stun after that, and Smack should drop here. Will get silenced up by the GDNG last word. Brightside rotating over, gets an X on the Void Spears. Now maybe it's a bit too far for Bingu. There isn't a save. He has charges up in the ulti, and I think he's going to live because ET rotated from the back. Got the kill on the Silencer as Sheepstick as well has an ulti if they want to keep fighting this. Garda I mean, he's just got to stand next to Sheepstick to bring her down. Let's have the ulti away should Sheepstick need it, but I don't think it's going to happen. Instead, ET is just going to clean up Brightside. Brightside's gone a bit too far, but the big thing, Smack Tricks finds Bingu on the backside. I chased him that entire time. ET going for the TP away. There isn't a stun. Smack had a roll. I don't think he quite had time to connect. It's still good wards for Pizza Dog. They've jumped. They lost a little bit of gold there, and we're back to the 3K gold lead. But big kills coming in for Gregory and the Cool Kids onto Skyward. Still haven't found the PL once as we get a swap there from Xeriscape on the Brightside. Brightside doesn't really have a play to save himself. Arrow would have connected. They rotate 3 heroes. They get the kill. Sheepstick using the ult aggressively there to kill off the enemy mid. A courier dead for Skyward. Excuse me, they didn't kill Skyward. They killed Bingu. Didn't really get to see Skyward actually playing core in this game. We didn't really get to see much from Bingu in game 1 just because of how much Skyward carried. I think he actually had the wrong name or something. I don't know. Because I don't remember saying that name, weirdly. Silence popped out, though. Xeriscape's going to get locked underneath the tier 1. Throws a stun just to last a little longer, but there's no surviving that. Xeriscape drops. He's not the IO that he was last game. He just tether himself away in precarious situations like that one. 14-5. Get a smoke play coming out. ET been solid, or not a smoke play, but you know what I mean. Moonlight Shadow play. It's very similar energy, same vibe. ET gonna look for an arrow though. He's been very consistent with these so far. Might see Smack Tricks underneath the tower, Aether Shard. They're just gonna try and set it up first. Xeriscape is going to look for a swap. Smack Tricks is in a really good position, though. Gets a stun. It's on to Bingu. Can they get the silence? They do. There isn't a vacuum yet from Garda or a mech. Garda going to try and continue to chase with a surge here, and Bingu most likely going to fall. Smack Tricks going to continue to chase with the roll. Can't get stunned up. A vacuum back. Bingu is just being pulled every time he thinks he's out. Xeriscape swap back up to the high ground, but I don't think he has the health to survive. Going for the TP out, doesn't get it. The kick from Smack finishes him off. Garda gonna drop eventually after a nice arrow from ET sets it up, and a heal coming in from Sheepstick. They look for Sonagad, who has a Shadow Dance on the Slark. Sheepstick locked in with a Torrent and might just drop here. Arrow connects onto Smack. Skyward's even here. Skyward barely has anything, but he gets a kill. You know, ET actually gets the kill. Stole it from his core and looking for one more onto GG&G. I'm just going to keep saying that. I guess I don't know why my brain automatics to it, but Skyward eventually going to fall. It might have just been a bit... No, he survives! ET is godlike with the double kill now. Brightside chases for Skyward, gets it with the Tidebringer. A lot of heroes dying at this fight, and it's going to be one more, I think, because Xeriscape has found the swap to cancel the TP. Bingu picks up the kill. We go the distance for that fight, and it ends... I think advantageous for Pizza Dog. Almost everybody dying over it. 300 gold swing towards Gregory and the Cool Kids. XP slightly in favor of Pizza Dog, though. Which might be... It's still at the point in the game where XP is pretty big. And ET really just destroying this game. Any ET fans in chat, 9-0-5 on this Mirana. I should have been keeping track of arrows too, because we don't have percentages for his arrows this game, but I'm sure it's been solid. So they find Skyward top lane, Moonlight being used, and a Dust is going to secure it, I think. They got the leash on that PL. Didn't give it to Sonagod, but he's still going to get Agi for it. Only up to 2, so it's a slow start. But the arrow from Xeriscape, the combo from ET! The 2 supports getting it done again, making space for Pizza Dog. They pull these plays out of a hat, and huge kills occur. Smack probably going to fall here if he can find a roll away. Arrow going to miss from ET. He tried to, I think, arrow the roll, but it's still going to fall on the Earth Spirit, I believe, is jumping up his sheep stick. They want to try and find Garda on the bottom side of this fight. We get an X to stop Xeriscape from escaping. Is going to fall bright side enough to pick that kill. And Bingu, without any charges in his ulti, can't really chase too far. In fact, they might try and continue to fight for Radiant. X coming out. Not really going to do too much there. Smack Tricks can make a little bit of extra space. Sheepstick getting focused by Sonagod. Can't escape with the Celestial Hammer. They do clean up GNG on the Silencer. Look for Sonagod, but he's underneath the protection of Shadow Dance. They focus back on the Garda now with the vacuum. Them back a surge before he loses the mana. ET gets a couple of Moon or Star Storms on top of the Darks here, but not quite enough to find the kill. Bingu with another ult charge in 2 seconds. Arrow just barely gonna miss, but I think it's made enough space because they get the Yules. Sprite side gonna get stunned up, or no, he's not even stunned up. It's literally just right-click damage, mostly from Skyward to get the kill. Diffusal Blade was up for him. And Smack Trick's very low mid lane has to be careful of Xeriscape finding him. Just a fight after fight going towards Pizza Dog, 21-11, a very fight-heavy game, and I think that's just a matter. It's really just the Dawnbreaker effect. When you can play aggressively with Solar Guardian every single time it's up all the way across the map, it's like having a Spectre essentially. Only need 2 or 3 heroes to start a fight, and Dawnbreaker doesn't need to be one of them. Sonagod gonna lose a little bit of mana here from the PL. A surge coming in from Garda, but they don't find anyone. Just force them out of the top lane, and they will rotate away. In fact, Sonagod eventually gonna deny the tower, but looking very good right now for Pizza Dog to 2-0 this series. 6k gold lead 17 minutes in. They've doubled their advantage over the last 5 minutes. Spot Xeriscape on the high ground with a haste room picked up, I believe, from Garda. It's in a bottle. GG&G just standing inside the Roche pit as they might try and look for some sort of engagement. We see the ward on the high ground affecting that. They might see the Slark here too. Or, I'm sorry, Slark on the other side. They do see the Slark there. It's able to find the ward of Pizza Dog. Gonna Xeriscape just sticking next to Skyward for now, buffing that farm speed ever so slightly with the, or no, he actually doesn't have the Vengeance Aura yet. Now has an HP bar. Thank you. Thank you, Valve. That's actually a good change, though, that it has an HP bar, because it basically is just another hero. Moonlight Shadow going to be popped out from ET. They look for an arrow to start. We did see them use the combo earlier. Might just be the same combo again, looking for the arrow. Xeriscape going to land it. Arrow misses. He went a bit too early. They got the silence to counter, and Sonagod gets away underneath Shadow Dance. Just a second early for Xeriscape. It's a pretty big one they missed, too, because Prime... I mean, that kill was for the taking. I think if they land that, it's guaranteed. They will find an Aether Taunt, Aether Remnant mid onto Smack. Arrow missing this time. Rare from ET. They have to chase further for this kill on to the Earth Spirit. And do miss. ET looking for a leap out. He's got a Yules. He's got 3 charges of the leap as well. Dodging the roll with the Yules as they can continue to chase. There's the form we see from the Mirana. Connects on the Earth Spirit, they find an extra. I mean, it took them a bit, but they eventually find the kill onto someone, Earth Spirit falling. And now they might turn it into a tier 1. So they double the kills of Gregory and the Cool Kids. Eventually, bring down the tier 1 in the mid lane. They look for a Yule's combo. ET connecting on the arrow into the Aether Remnant taunt. They find the kill in the support. G gone. Makes fighting a little bit easier. We'll see if they can take Roche. Air Escape, of course, being on the Venge helps that quite a bit, but I just don't think they have the damage for Roshan right now. Sonagod top lane has got Silver Edge and working on a BKB, but it's still quite a ways away for him. ET rotating the bot. Looks for Garda. He's just finished hitting a catapult there. Got the last hit. Nice from Garda. Goes for the surge away. Out comes the Yules from ET. There's one more arrow for the Mirana. Gets it. Legolas really showing up. Another assist in his pocket. They find Xeriscape elsewhere on the map. Just got caught out rotating to that potentially. 10-0-9 for ET on the pause for Mirana. 3-2-9 for Bingu. Sheepstick is sitting at 6-2-11. Skyward at 4-3-3. We did see Xeriscape 1-5-10. Of course, the 5th death coming right there in the mid lane. But Sonagod is starting to look up slightly. He's got 3 permanent agi now. And further along towards his BKB. Don't know if they can really fight as soon as he picks this item up, but it is going to make his life a lot easier. He doesn't have to worry about Void Spirit's lockdown or Mirana's lockdown. Even in precarious situations, Sonagod can kind of waddle his way out. He can push aggressively like this. I mean, doesn't have it quite yet, but he knows quite a few heroes in the mid lane. ET, the Yule's up, gonna look for the arrow. Maybe focus back on the bot lane. Xeriscape gonna get a very aggressive ward up again to see who's behind this tier 2. Garda, I think, spotted it, though, as they saw Xeriscape place the ward. Sheepstick going to show in the bot lane, push it towards the tier 2. Bingu pushing in mid, and Skyward TPing top. We'll see Garda bot lane, and another TP coming through from Smacktrix on the Earth Spirit. Sheepstick might try and find this in the trees here, but both are just staying hidden. Want to look for a start. They get the roll on a Sheepstick, who still has an ulti as well as a Lotus Orb to keep herself alive. Gets silenced up after the Lotus Orb is popped, so she gets locked in. Will get hit by the boat, stunned up, goes for the ulti, but can't get it off in time. They lose the Dawnbreaker right at the start, but is it too much to handle? ET eventually going to fall. Yes, they can take this because they found Xeriscape as well. It's 3 kills leading to another Bingu dropping, and the only survivor was the one guy that wasn't there, Skyward. On the PL, a clean fight for Gregory and the Cool Kids, and a desperately needed one, as we hadn't seen something go their way for quite a while, even extending into Game 1. It's been a while since they've won a fight. Starting to come to life again. Brightside has picked up a DD, he's got his armlet rolling with a BKB up. Sonagod will certainly BKB up. And looking for a Radiance. Interesting. This is a Scotty being worked on by Skyward. They're still not going to try the Roshan. They don't have the Venge, so it would be pretty slow. And also very quick respawn there. We're still early, somewhat early on in the game for Bingu. Still don't see Roshan drop. Happy for him, he gets to survive. We kind of just see both teams relax. Very action-packed start to the game. And falling back into the jungle now. They want to make sure Skyward can get secured farm on his way to his Scotty. And the same thing on the other side. They want to get farm for Sonagod. They might look for Sheepstick mid, locking her in, excuse me, with the X marks the spot, and a kick there from Smacktrix, gonna basically just secure it with the slow. Garda gets the final strike on the Sheepstick. TPing bot lane now is Brightside. I might try and get an X on the Bingu. Yule's up, trying to get the arrow blocked there by GNG. Silence not up quite yet because of the tanked arrow. They're just going to stun up the Silencer. The Silence is up and might eventually get it off. No, he's died before, and they still take the fight skyward very low because of Brightside and Sonagod just pounding him. Xeriscape is eventually going to fall. Gets focused by Sonagod. The arrow connects onto the Earth Spirit. Might get Bingu a kill. It does in skyward, turning it around. Xeriscape just punishes Sonagod for chasing him that far. And a little bit of healing on the skyward gets them a wipe. Really just turns around in an instant like that. ET connects on an arrow to Earth Spirit and a Silence. I didn't see Bingu has eggs. Bingu with the eggs picked up. Turns that fight into they kill Sonagod and Brightside. How did Skyward get his health back? He was so low right at the start. I guess it was just mech popped by someone. Who actually has the mech? Is it Sheepsticks? Or is it ET? Yeah, it's ET. I mean, dude's owning. 10, 1, and 14 did die, unfortunately, because of that team wipe fight, but we're not quite team wipe fight. They're back on it now. Pizza Dog looking strong as the Silence comes out. They didn't use it in the last fight, so they'll use it now. Locked in is Skyward by the Slark as they look for more. And they're just turning it around. They're too tanky. A lot of healing coming through from Sheepstick as she uses the ulti, and a right click from Skyward, or from Brightside, excuse me, brings down the PL. They kill him off. Did not have the Roshan going into this fight, and well, the Silence makes the start of the fight happen. They get a clean up kill on GNG, and Bingu might pay the price for it, though. It's a nice X there from Brightside. Arrow making a little bit of space on the Sonagod. Xeriscape with the swap away is going to save Bingu, just sacrificing the Venge. Every single time you'll take it, Pizza Dog. You lose 3, but at least they get away with the Void Spirit. Dawnbreaker didn't. I don't think Sheepstick had the ulti up that fight. Kind of like at a bit of a disadvantage as they get the X out on a Bingu and trying to make a bit of space with it. Assimilate has 2 charges up on the ulti as well, so he will be able to get back to the tier 3. Sheepstick is TPing in as well. Lotus Orb plus eggs very soon on the Dawnbreaker. He's doing a decent job keeping up with Garda, actually, which is hard to do on a hero that doesn't have Ion Shell, basically. Just such an efficient farming skill for the Darkseer. And he's got the eggs picked up as well, and I think this is still, yeah, 2 charge Ion Shells, which you really don't have the mana for. It's unfortunate, but the boost in HP is just insane. And it's kind of just up to Garda to deal with the mana issues. The Smack Trick's going to tank the Yule's Arrow combo, and it leads into a kill for Bingu. Yes, gets the last hit. Had to guess it. Top lane Sonagod's going to sell Sheepstick. Thinking about... No. Can't really go on this arc. Just going to push out the wave. The good thing about Dawnbreaker, too, is you can just sit, top lane, push out waves. Not really worry about what the rest of the team is doing until a fight starts. You just got to be attentive to the mini-map or attentive to the map and where your teammates are. Kind of went back down to a 6k gold lead, though. It's really just a lot of farming in the past, like 3-4 minutes now. As eventually we lead into Roshi T. Thinking about it, maybe. Might have just been scouting it out, too. But level 14 Venge, I'm kind of surprised they haven't looked for it yet. So we're going to smoke in the mid lane from GNG. Brightside going to lead the way, at least at the start. I also have a Moonlight Shadow, scans both of them red. As Bingu is going to find the brunt of the Radiant team. They get the Earth Spirit out first with a slow coming through from PL. X marks the spot on Bingu. Torrent's going to miss, though. Brightside pops an early BKB. They get a silence. Bingu can purge it off with the BKB of his own, jumping back through the Slark. Bingu should be able to get away from this, but he might have just pushed it far. He's out of charges on the ulti, but walks away. The ship comes in, an Ice Arrow from ET again. I'm just missing these, but every single time they're connecting in the middle of these fights, we're lagging a lot because the Dawnbreaker ulti, I believe. So they eventually bring down Brightside, healing them all back up. Gets the stun on the Synagogue. No, couldn't quite get it, but it's swapped there. Might get locked in one more. G&G able to get away with an invis. They kill off Garda. And I think ET might have chased without his team, but will live the Lotus Orb from Sheepstick, saving his life. GG. There's GG and G will eventually drop here, I think. There is a sentry on the high ground and another arrow. How is he? Every single time ET is hitting these arrows, like, perfect from him. He's just finding little bits of space where the enemy isn't paying attention. We see Skyward going for Roshan completely by himself. Just PL a fantastic Roshan hero now because of the illusion changes that happened quite a while ago. But a dead PL, or excuse me, a dead Roshan gets him the Aegis. He's got Scotty up. They're going to look for the first set of barracks, and I think this is pretty much set for Pizza Dog to take the 2-0. We'll see. We are going to get one more fight. All the heroes for Gregory and the cool kids back up. But they keep pushing. They have Aegis. Skyward is confident. Arrow is going to miss. They saw that one coming. A Lotus Orb on top of Skyward. Just keep him a little bit in defense right now as a vacuum into the wall. Silence comes out. They get two people back inside the wall. There needs to be help from Sheepstick. She's got the ulti up, but still is going to get stunned. Sheepstick can't get anything off. They bring down the Dawnbreaker right at the start. Xeriscape as well going to get pounced, leashed in by Sonagod. And ET might just be the final kill of this fight. They get an extra +1, and they're not going to find Bingu, but still chased in by G&G. Swapping in. Xeriscape has the eggs now. Trying to save ET, but I don't think it's going to work. There is a 4-stap on the Mirana, but he does not have enough HP. Didn't have the Yules up to purge anything. And Pizza Dog bites off a little bit more than they can chew there. I don't think the Aegis was even used, as Skyward really, he didn't get focused in that fight. They just pick off the supports first. Get rid of the Dawnbreaker. The hero's just such a nuisance. With the heal plus the stuns. And the hammer doing quite a bit of work. To go for the swipe damage into Solar Guardian cooldown. They're going to find Skyward. A slow there on G&G, but they don't have any kind of rev on Skyward, of course. And there wasn't a sentry there at the time. G&G eventually going to die, though, I believe, before stepping in the Roshan pit. Not quite going to do it. Courier on top of that. Skyward going to chase for a little bit more. Maybe look for Garda. Can't purge off. Oh, he actually just Phantom Rush, keeps him at the same speed, runs down a surge target. Phantom Rush just so quick. Oh my god. I might look for Smack Tricks up here, but I think he can just TP away very soon. In fact, he's rotated back underneath a ward. Yes, they do see Smack here. He's completely alone. Might have to hide in the trees. He's rolling a couple more times. Xeriscape going to look for him. They know he's in the trees over here. He's rolled down to the south. There's Xeriscape is still going to chase. They can't quite find him in the trees, though. They missed their chance. Away goes Smack. Just low cooldown rolling boulder. Gets it done. ET gonna get torrented up mid, dodges it with the Yules, and will be fine. There's only two heroes mid lane anyway, on the Kunkka and the Darkseer. But a 9k net worth lead advantage for Pizza Dog. They push to the high ground, 36-24. Torrent at least slowing down Skyward for now. But I still think... Do we see the second set of barracks here? Roshan up or might respawn in 428, so we have about a minute 30 left with this Aegis. They're pushing it on the Aegis expiration time. But we'll see. Arrow just barely misses per spec. I think they've timed that too on Gregory and the Cool Kids. They jump towards Brightside, but he uses BKB to save himself. Wall and a vacuum in only catches illusions here. The Torrent Storm as well. They've gotten outside. A rolling onto Skyward through the BKB. Smacktrick's going to keep himself alive. They look for Bingu as well, but he can get away with the BKB. Egg is going to be used here eventually from Skyward, so they don't have to worry about the expiry time. The nice boat on a 2 Sheepstick locked in along with Bingu, but they still look for kills. Back onto the PL. Smacktrick just gets melted. They do find 2 onto Sonagod. It's a double kill, but still slowing him down. Shadow Dance has already been used. Arrow gonna miss. No, it connects. He leaped back into it. The Slark drops ET. The Madman hits the arrow when he didn't really even mean to. It should have missed. Garda is gonna fall underneath the slope from PL, and that might just be it. With Sonagod dropping there. Brightside gonna miss or dodge the arrow at least. Bingu jumping in, finds 2 underneath his clutches, gets a silence onto Garda, but he can't do anything. Xeriscape stuns him with the illusion. They get the Darkseer, and they're gonna get the second set of racks. They can go bottom too if they want to take the Megas. A Torrent onto a couple, plus the illusions. Arrow barely missing GNG. Close there from ET, but we're in a very similar situation to last game. The 16k gold lead for Pizza Dog. Deja vu again as they take the last set of racks. I think they actually only took... It was just the 2 sets of racks last game before they took Mountain. With Sonagod down, there's just nothing they can do to take this fight. It's up to Brightside. He's got the Torrent Storm off cooldown, a swap in. Brightside might be able to turn this with that, but out goes the Abyssal Blade. Thinking about it, out comes the Torrent Storm, but Skyward dodging most of them for now, rolling in, trying to find Xeriscape, but can't quite get the kill as a heal comes through from Sheepstick. Keep her teammates alive. She's got the eggs as well. And I think this is just Megas plus the game. As another arrow connects from ET. And a stun from Xeriscape to boot. Might finish off Smack. No, they can't quite get it, but they find GNG and a buyback pot from GNG. They want to at least push it to the limit in game 3 or game 2 here. Try and avoid the 2-0, but I think it's inevitable at this point. Skyward might eventually drop here, but with the Scotty, he's just so damn tanky. Sonagod trying to focus him underneath the Shadow Dance, but it's not going to happen. Brightside fell to Bingu. Meanwhile, the rest of the team was able to focus down Bingu from Pizza Dog. They look for GNG after the buyback, but that's just it. Brightside's called GG. It's over. 2-0 for Pizza Dog. Pizza Dog continuing to look very strong, having only dropped 1 game. 5-1. 5-1 for Pizza Dog. Did drop 1 game so far this season, but a strong start. I mean, you can't, other than the 1 game, you can't really ask for much better, and it puts them in a great spot for playoff implications. I mean, because after this, I think they're just on top. Yeah, they're solely in the lead now of the division. That is, of course, because Whatever and Earning the Wins have yet to play their 3rd series, and Canoe and the Canoobs undefeated right now. They won their 1st series, so they could potentially overtake as well, having only played 1 series. But yeah, a rough series for Gregory and the Cool Kids. They dropped to 0-4, unfortunately. Just couldn't quite find their footing in this series. Pizza Dog, there was a couple of fights where it looked like they could turn this game around, but they couldn't quite turn it into taking map advantage, taking any objectives. Pizza Dog hasn't had an answer every single time. And they take the 2-0. That's it. I think that is it for tonight, too. I don't know if anybody else is still going right now. Maybe Appenzeus is. Let me pull up Appenzeus stream. I think the Appenzeus Rejects versus No Teddy is still going. Conman Mojo. Yes, Appenzeus is still going. So I might just host that at the end of this. Conman Mojo is done. How the heck do I /host?